Welcome to Established in the 90s. On this episode, we have none other than the spectacular Spider-Man.
Today, Josh Keaton breaks down all things Spideyverse, Metal Gear Solid, and Arcane.
Plus, Josh breaks down what was inside Michael Jackson's Neverland Ranch, the candy store, the arcade, and it's wild.
Click subscribe, hit the like, and comment who is your favorite Spider-Man villain.
Or your favorite character from Arcane. Welcome to Established in the 90s. Welcome, everybody, to Established in the 90s. We have a dear, dear friend who is not only a 90s boy band hero, but he also is the voice of every superhero you've ever heard of. Amazing, just an incredible actor, and just stoked to have him on. Josh Keaton, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much. It always feels weird. I'm like, do I clap for myself?
Of course you do.
No, I'll
You got to
do
clap
this.
for yourself.
Do
If you don't clap for yourself, you will.
Dude, it's so great having you on the show. Thanks so much for
it's
coming
great.
on.
Thank you for having me. We've known each other forever.
Forever. We grew up in freaking casting rooms together,
Absolutely,
auditioning.
man. Hanging out at Oakwood and like all the It was,
I remember, I was thinking about it. I don't remember what job it was for, but the two of us were up for it. And of course, you were way better looking and still are than I am.
Stop.
And you got the gig. And I was like, man, who is that handsome dude?
I don't
Justin
even know
has
what
waited
that
this whole
was.
time. And he's gonna pull out a shank and just finally, I got you. Yeah.
My time has come, and I'm wearing white. It's gonna
So
be really dramatic.
all he had to do was start a podcast to get Josh Keaton. Yeah.
The perfect foil.
Oh, man.
Perfect ruse. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect ruse.
good times. But
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that you were part of a boy band in the 90s. What was that like?
It was called No Authority, and I honestly had a great time in it, man. Our manager was a scumbag, but I mean,
Classic
that's
trope.
kind of the
That seems-
industry.
that
It
seems-
is
yeah.
what it is.
Never heard of that before.
Basically, Lou Pearlman was, Lou Pearlman did like unspeakable things. He did all kinds of awful stuff. Can I cuss on the podcast?
Of course,
Yeah, so
dude.
he did all kinds of awful shit, and but he could get you famous.
Right.
Our manager wasn't as bad as him. Like, he didn't engage in any of the human trafficking or SA stuff or anything like that. He didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
But just monetarily, he was kind of a scumbag.
Oh,
and
okay.
he didn't really have the wherewithal to actually get you famous. So we did okay. We did okay in Europe. But I had a great time in this group, man. Like, I met a lot of cool people. I got to record some great music. Like, I've listened to the CD since, and it still holds up. It's still a good.
We were just
Yeah,
we
we
were
were
listening to the
listening to it
song
earlier.
before.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it's a
man.
jam.
I mean,
We got
really
it.
good
it was
stuff.
Rodney Jerkins who ended up going on to produce. Well, at the same time, he was producing all of Brandy and Monica's hits.
Wow.
He was producing stuff for. He did all the original Destiny's Child stuff. So he's done a lot of stuff for Beyonce. Like. A lot of that stuff was Rodney Jerkins. He was 19 when he worked on our album.
Unreal. Cool.
Just a really, really cool guy.
And how'd that even happen? Like, how do you get in a boy band?
That was, I mean, they always have the story about, we were all friends and all that. And
Yeah.
that's never the case.
Was it at a
never the
mall?
case. It's all put together. What was that?
Was it at a mall?
Yeah, we all met at a mall. We were all like separately singing our own thing, and we all just
Happened to be
sounded
one's
great
the
together. And we're
badass,
like,
one's
hey,
the-
let's.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like a movie. No, it wasn't anything like that. I think it was like. Remember the Drama Log?
The
The trade magazine that had like the casting note. Yeah, like
Yes.
backstage. And yeah, exactly. And so, so they had these trades, which had articles about everything that was going on in the entertainment industry, but they also had like classifieds. So stuff that was casting. And this was before the internet and before they had websites like Actors Access and all that. You would go and you would pick up the Drama Log and backstage and go through it and submit yourself to things. And yeah, I want to say it was like in either. No, it had to be the Drama Log because I think it was before backstage.
Probably, yeah.
There was a casting thing for it. And I actually auditioned for No Authority twice, and I didn't get in the first time.
Really?
Because I've never really been a dancer. Like, I can move, but I'm not like a dancer. And in a boy band, most of the time, the emphasis is less on how well you can sing, and it's more about just the overall performance. So if you're like a great singer, but you can't dance for shit, you have less of a chance than somebody who's like an okay singer, but that can dance really well.
What if you can't dance or sing?
If you can't dance or sing, then I guess I'm sure there's something for you now with
The TikTok. You have
mocap.
TikTok
Yeah, you
now.
do TikTok. You stream on TikTok.
Yeah, they made TikTok just for you, Justin.
There you go. Yeah, you could do the cringe stream. Yeah, there's a niche for everybody.
Right, exactly.
You're all good. You're all good. But yeah, so I wasn't like, I could sing.
Yeah.
I wasn't like a super strong singer. It was that I wasn't really confident. I hadn't really found my style, nothing like that, and I wasn't really a great dancer. So I remember auditioning for it. Didn't get in.
Was the audition? Was it like an acting audition where you're in a room, or was it more theater where you're in a big
no,
stage?
we went to his office, which is actually was on somewhere around here in Hollywood, and you basically just walk in. They talk to you for a little bit. You sing for them, and I mean, I guess that's when, if you were a really good dancer, you would be kind of tearing it up and doing your moves while you were singing and stuff like that. Where I just kind of stood there and sang, and like I said, I was fine, but I hadn't really developed a style. I hadn't really gotten a whole lot of confidence in singing and doing all that, so I didn't get it. Fast forward a bunch of years, they had been together for a while, and there were 2 lead singers. One of them was quitting. Don't know why. I mean, probably, I guess I know now.
Right.
But yeah, so one of them was quitting. They were auditioning again, but in the interim between these 2 auditions was like a few years. There was a record producer named Lou Adler.
Oh, he was huge.
Yeah,
I know that name.
massively successful guy. I think he like headed Capitol Records and like a bunch of other stuff. So he started up this multicultural gospel group, and I was one of the only non-African American people in this group. And I felt like I was probably the weakest singer in the group at the time. However, that's where I really learned my love for music.
That's cool.
Like black music was what I fell in love with, and being around this group of immensely talented singers for years, it taught me so much. It taught me to be free with things. They taught me how to riff, taught me about harmonies, and just taught me about all of these other artists, both R&B and gospel, that I had never ever been exposed to. That I also fell in love with, people like John P. Key, and then a bunch of like old soul people, Take Six, another amazing gospel group. Just Kim Burrell, that's the name I was forgetting. I was like, how can I forget Kim Burrell? But yeah, like all of these incredible artists I was exposed to, and that's when I really started to kind of like invest in it mentally and with my time. And so by the time I went and auditioned for this group again, I was a much stronger singer. I still wasn't the greatest dancer, but at this point, my singing was enough to kind of outweigh the fact that I wasn't the strongest dancer. It was whatever.
And definitely the most handsome in the group.
Oh, well, thank you.
Obviously.
But I mean, I auditioned, and then I got into this group.
And then I hear a story that you were actually, it was Michael Jackson who signed it. You were at Neverland Ranch. What was that like?
Yeah, basically we were signed to MJJ. Our A&R guy was a guy named John O'Cohan, who was like, he always had the biggest smile on his face. He had such positive energy. He would call me Yosh. And so that was like, Yosh! You know, he'd always enter the room, and that was like, it was so cool. I love John. But yeah, so he signed us, and then we had our record release party at Neverland.
That's crazy.
Which was wild. Like, just to get to experience that and get to see it. Like,
that's incredible.
I got to go to the little zoo.
Wow.
And it's crazy. Like you know how they have like those exhibits where it'll have like all the different terrariums that you can look at all the different reptiles in. But they had like, this is before Bluetooth and wireless, obviously. So they had like a rack where you could pick up some headphones, and you would plug the headphones into each thing, and it had this person that sounded like David Attenborough, probably was David Attenborough, narrating to you what was in the case.
What was the craziest animal that you had there?
Oh, I don't even remember that. I mean, there was like, this was the reptile thing. They had Gila monsters, they had monkeys, they had other stuff.
Like his chimp or something.
Yeah. But aside from that, like, I was like, okay, cool, animals and all that. But he had like the biggest arcade I'd ever seen. He had like this 2-story arcade that was massive, and it was all glass from the outside. So when, like, at night, you could see everything inside, all the games lit up. He had all the big, like, he had like all like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and all the the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one from the 90s, Paperboy. He had all the ones that you could like sit on, all of the like the motorcycles.
Oh, my favorites.
Yeah,
like,
all of those. Yeah.
Did you have to put quarters in?
Hell no. That shit was all free.
It actually paid you afterwards.
That's so rad.
That shit was all free. It was incredible. And then
did Michael play?
Skee ball. There was skee ball.
Oh, skee ball.
Like everything. It was like a legit arcade, like a dream arcade for any child or adult alike. It was
I miss
crazy.
arcades.
That's freaking awesome.
It was incredible. And then there was a there's like a candy store.
You had a candy store?
There was like a candy store. Like it was probably about 4 times bigger than this room that we're in right
So
now.
a candy building.
It was like a candy building.
It's like Wonka.
And there was always somebody working there. Always.
You're kidding.
No. So like if he woke up at 3 a.m. and wanted to get like, I don't know, pixie sticks or nerds or whatever, or cotton candy, you get on the little train that went around the whole property. And
He had a train?
yeah, it was like a little mini train, but you could still ride it.
That's so
like,
awesome.
you get on the train, you go to the candy store, and there's somebody there at 3 a.m.
Just sitting there
waiting to
but
bag up
you're
your
not
candy.
buying it. Just
Yeah,
bagging it up.
right.
Like,
That's what was weird
it's just
to me.
the illusion of like
the illusion
it's like
of having
store,
a candy
yeah.
store.
So was the candy guy, like, was he dressed up in a candy uniform
Maybe
with a
it's
cash
still-
register?
I can't remember. There was no cash register, but there was like a desk.
Yeah.
like the same type of counter.
You just paid him Monopoly money to make it feel like it's a transaction.
Well, you know what? That would have been a good idea.
And there was
Maybe
there-
to just make sure that everything was fresh and everything
Yeah,
was stocked and all that.
That
but
is cool.
Yeah, it
My
was
question
wild.
is, like, were there 3 people there? Because were they doing 8-hour shifts, or was there one person doing 24 hours a day?
I didn't watch long enough to
He
know.
was just, he's just chained to
I just saw them the one
bottom.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So could you what did you go in there and get? What kind of candy?
The sour ropes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the bagged candy, like the one where you can kind of just take your own stuff.
That's amazing.
I'm a big fan of gummies.
Oh, I love
Okay.
gummies.
Yeah,
Gummies are good,
The
yeah.
best ones, and I'm not doing a commercial here, Albanese gummies.
Oh yeah,
The
those are from
absolute best.
Indiana, right
They're the
near
best.
where I grew up.
They're sour ones.
Yeah.
I actually want to take a trip to the factory.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, like
It's
my
in
wife and I have
Valpo.
been talking about that.
Yeah.
Like we want to go and just
Yeah.
go to the Albanese factory because their sour gummies are the best ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've had Sour Patch Kids
Sure.
and sour gummies and all that. With those, the gummy inside is really sweet, but it's only the sugar outside that's sour.
Mm-hmm.
With Albanese sour gummies, it's sweet it's sour all the way through. Even the underlying gummy underneath all the sour sugar salt is sour.
Here we
They
go.
also, they
Dylan
also
pulled
have
them up.
really good chocolate covered almonds
yeah.
and chocolate covered raisins.
Oh,
Really?
those are so
Yeah.
good. They're so good. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
They're my favorite.
Ooh.
And then they have these other ones that are like, oh man, they're like creamsicles, so they're kind of
Yeah, I
like
love
they're kind of like
creamsicles.
creamy gummies.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so Albanese, man,
It's good. It's good candy.
best,
Yeah.
freaking best.
All right.
Sponsor
need-
me, Albanese.
Yeah, we need,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need
we
to
need
get
a sponsor,
sponsored too.
yeah.
Come on.
Please.
So Michael Jackson Neverland Ranch had
Yeah.
a candy store. He had an arcade.
Yeah, big
and
theater,
a zoo, and he
zoo.
rode around on a train.
Rode around on a train.
This is like wild.
It was like Willy Wonka shit, man.
Yeah.
It was literally.
was he? Did you meet him? Was he
Yeah.
cool?
No, he's cool.
Did you ever know Wade Robeson, by the way?
I did.
Because
Yeah.
when I was doing picket fences,
He was around us for he was part of the.
He was
I
part of
wouldn't-
the crew?
He was separate because like dancer crew and acting crew.
Yeah.
Kind of were their own separate crews.
Right.
We weren't like rivals or anything like that, but it's just we were different circles. But I did know him.
Yeah, because I was just when I did picket fences a million years ago, he did a couple guest spots on it, and
Yeah.
he had said Michael had found him, and I mean he was an
That's the
amazing
one I auditioned
choreographer.
for that I did not beat you out on. You beat me out on that.
Oh,
one.
did you go
Yeah.
out for picket?
Oh yeah, everybody went out for picket fences, man. Come on, that was like the big show at the time, man. Big ups on that.
We probably went. I mean, we probably went on a million auditions together.
A million, yeah.
And
That's not even counting the commercial ones.
Oh, commercials! Forget about it.
All the time.
Well, your siblings, your sisters, they were all.
Yeah.
You guys were all working.
yeah, all of us. My
And-
mom schlepping us around,
Schlep-
dad
God,
schlepping us around.
Mom's the heroes.
Yeah.
Right.
It was crazy, man.
Um,
Crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. Well, speaking of that crazy stuff, before you became a voice icon, you were doing a ton of on-camera stuff, commercials, but you did like the whole TGIF circuit too, which I did not do. So we're gonna
Yeah.
run through a little '90s gauntlet.
Okay,
With
okay.
you here of some of the fun shows you were on,
Sure.
and just if you have a little anecdotes or little
Yeah, of
stories to
course.
share,
Yeah. Of
throw
course.
them out there.
Yeah.
All right, we got Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World. I remember that episode. I don't remember exactly what my name was. I think it was like Roy. What was my name? And I was like this guy who really was way more confident than he should have been because I was an awkward teenager, man. And
Yeah.
like I was on this thing, and I think I was hitting on Topanga, and she was totally not interested. But I was like still very confident in the fact that I shot my shot. It was just like a shot in the dark. It was terrible. But yeah, so there was that.
Sister.
Sister. What did I do on Sister? No, Sister. I was Roy.
Oh,
I was something else on. Yeah,
That's
What did
why
I
it's a
do?
90s
on
gauntlet,
Sister.
we fly through it.
I think I actually got to be a cool kid. I think on Sister.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they were having this party that they weren't supposed to have, and then I was like the group of cool kids that comes in, and maybe. Was there drugs involved that maybe
Probably.
like we wanted
Probably.
to drink or do
It was
something
probably
that
like-
they
it was a
weren't supposed to
joint
do?
back then or
Yeah, it was
something, yeah.
on a very special episode of Sister. It was one of those where and then we were just like I think Marcus Houston stands up to us and like we just were just like, yeah, you guys are weak, and we left.
Very cool. Step by step.
Step by Step, I was another piece of shit. I'm always playing pieces of shit. Like, that's the weird thing. Whenever I was cast for whenever I'm cast for voiceover stuff, I always get cast as like
The hero.
the hero, the
Right.
positive guy. But then maybe it's just something about my face,
got the
man.
face-
Like I always get
the face
cast
of
as
a
the
piece of shit.
douchebag, the druggie, the bad dude.
It's the nice hair.
Yeah,
That's
it's hilarious.
Maybe it's
Nice
nice,
hair,
but you know
yeah.
what? No, even back then, I had that
No, you had
shitty-ass,
great hair.
No, dude, I had that
You had the part.
Jonathan Taylor
Yeah.
Thomas part that
Yeah.
everybody did,
Which I could not get because I had the
so
curly fro.
Omri Katz,
In Indiana,
like
Yeah.
all
yeah,
of them,
we all
yeah.
had our hair cut like that. That was just the
And no
the
shade to
trend.
them. It
Yeah.
wasn't them. It was the style.
Yeah,
It was,
it was
it was
sure.
an
Yeah.
awful,
Yeah.
hideous
Leo
style.
had it. I mean,
Leo
everybody had it.
Everybody
Yeah.
had that
We wanted to
style.
be like you guys so much.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
And I never liked it. And it's weird. Like my hair was really oddly straight back then. And as I get older, it like curls up like crazy. I'm if I actually don't put anything in it or blow dry it, it gets closer to where yours is at right now.
Really?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
You could watch his grow like
Yeah.
live. It's just-
It's wild, but step by step,
Like a chia pet.
that one there were drugs involved. That one
Okay.
was one where I think I was trying to get Christine Lakin's character. I forget what her name was. What was her name on the show? Try to get her to like smoke weed or
Who's
something.
the guy? Wasn't there like there was one guy on that show that was like the karate guy or something? Did
Yes.
Oh
Did
yeah,
he come and
Cody.
beat- Cody. Did he come and beat
I
you
loved
up?
TGIF.
Yeah.
Like
Me
I
too.
loved
Such a
watching
good time.
TGIF. So it was
Yeah.
like so much fun to actually get to be on it.
Yeah.
And I actually did a convention with Patrick Duffy.
No way.
Yeah,
kidding.
Very
and
cool.
He's like still the coolest guy,
Is
man.
he?
We shared the transpo on the way to the airport, and we were just talking about old times.
Yeah.
And
Well,
yeah.
I remember him pre-Step by Step.
Yeah.
When I was, with my mom, I was close. We used to watch TV together as a kid. Dallas.
Oh yeah,
Dallas.
He was on
Yeah,
Dallas.
he was a mainstay on
He
that
was a
show.
mainstay. He was famous, and then
Yeah.
Step by Step, TGIF, amazing.
Yeah.
All right, another.
And I still actually see some of the Boy Meets World people at cons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm friends with
Ryder.
still friends with Ryder, still friends with Will Friedle. Will actually does a lot of voiceover now.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good to hear. All right, Baywatch.
Oh God. Oh my God. That was like
Also
That
drugs?
was such a
Also lots
horrible
of drugs?
experience for like
really?
an awkward teenager. I was never like at that time. I had no muscle on me at all.
Uh-huh.
How old were you about?
Like 16.
16.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't start
That's
working
an
out until I
awkward
was like
age.
18.
Yeah.
And so I was like skinny fat, I guess. Like I wasn't fat, but
Yeah.
like I had no muscle, but I didn't have any definition here, so everything was just kind of felt amorphous.
Right.
Like this blob, and I had to wear a Speedo.
Oh,
Is
that's
that you?
you.
Oh God!
Skinny fat. What are you talking
No,
about?
no. That you know how hard I'm sucking in right there. I'm sucking in so hard right there.
Oh,
it's
that's
crazy.
hilarious.
So I got to work with the lovely Jessica Bowman.
Nice.
Who was also a mainstay of 90s TV. You can see my part, even though it's all wet, because I just came out of the pool. And this was actually, like, the episode was fun, and I did have some good experience on it. There was it's like a Romeo and Juliet thing,
Sure.
where I think, like, my parents were supposed to be very wealthy, and she's supposed to come from, like, a trailer park.
Okay.
But we're on the same swim diving team. And so we're in love with each other. My parents forbid me to see her because she's, trailer trash. And her mom forbids her to see me because she got knocked up and left by somebody like me. And so, like, both parents were both dead set on neither of us having anything to do with each
Romeo
other.
and Juliet
Very
story.
much a Romeo and Juliet thing. We were in love with each other, and we end up trying to commit suicide at the end by jumping off of this cliff.
Oh, Jesus.
And the Baywatch people save us, and then the parents realize that they've been assholes, and I think we get to
So it was just Romeo and Juliet and Speedo.
basically Romeo and Juliet with me in a Speedo.
Were you brought back to life by Pam Anderson? Did you do
No,
CPR
you know
on
what it was? I want to say it was.
It was the Hoff.
I want to say
the
it was
Hoff.
Donna Derrico.
Oh, she was pretty stunning too.
It was either
yeah.
Donna Derrico or Yasmin Bleeth. I had crushes on all of them.
I did a commercial with Yasmin Bleeth
Yeah.
in the late '90s. Amazing.
Yeah, no, and you know what? They were so sweet. You know what? I don't think I met Pamela Anderson on that. I think she was on it because you know how they have A stories, B
Yeah,
stories,
that's
and all
right,
that.
yeah.
I think she was doing the other story.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I want to say it was Donna Derrico.
Okay.
I want to say it was Donna Derrico.
Very
Her
nice.
and Yasmin Bleeth, yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were.
Carmen Electra was on that too, right? I think that
Yeah,
was-
she was.
Yeah.
She was.
Amazing.
But the one thing that I thought was cool on that show is that there was one part where I'm supposed to like angrily, hastily pull away in my convertible BMW, and but at this time I didn't have a license yet, and I didn't have a car, And but I still got to drive this thing and like peel out and do all that in the dirt, and it was cool.
That
Out
is
of all,
fun.
out of
That
all
was
those,
cool. That
yeah.
almost made up for the Speedo.
Out of all those shows, was that your favorite set to work on then? Because of the car, or which one did you prefer?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, you're around all the Baywatch people,
Right.
too.
Oh my
So I'd
gosh.
imagine
That was
it
kinda cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then we got to go soaps, Young and the Restless.
Young and the Restless, yeah. That one I played. I was really young. I think I played. It was like a flashback. I played like the young version of a character named Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I mean, a lot about the show. I'm sure that's an established character, but I was young Hunt.
Young Hunt.
Young Hunt.
So we were, we went on a million auditions. Was there any show that you were up for you didn't get that you were like, I wanted that part?
Oh, there were a million. I tested for like Erie, Indiana.
I did Erie.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you beat me, man.
Well, you probably were up for Omri's part.
yeah.
For Marshall.
I tested
okay.
for that one. I want to say I tested for Dawson's Creek.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
There were obviously there were some pilots that we did that
Sure.
I wish would have gone that never
Yeah.
went. Yeah, like even after I came back from the boy band, we did this pilot. It was the Paul Rodriguez show.
Oh, wow.
And I actually got to be the cool guy. I got to be he had like this sporting goods store called Cruise Control.
Okay.
And because his last name in the show was Cruise.
Uh-huh.
And I played like the cute guy that worked there. And I had like bleach blonde hair at the time, and that was fun times. But yeah, no, there were a ton of stuff. There was a ton of stuff that I auditioned for that I didn't get, that I ended up seeing, go on. And
All of us.
it's just how it is, man.
It's the game.
That's how it is. That's
It's
the game.
One of the most amazing parts you did early on was Hercules, the
Yeah.
Disney animated movie.
That was a big deal, man. Like that at the time, across anything I'd ever done, that was the biggest thing I'd ever done. I
That
mean, I
was
get to be a
huge.
prince
Yeah.
in a Disney movie.
That's
It's-
amazing.
I mean, it was before he grows up and everything, but it still counts. It's
Very
still,
cool.
Like,
Yeah, I mean, being a part of like Disney lore.
absolutely.
In the 90s, the 2D animated.
Absolutely.
cartoon is
Yeah,
crazy.
the classics.
The classics, yeah.
Yeah, back when they were still doing 2D. I really hope they go back to it. Like,
Oh.
I miss all that.
they'll
I miss
never-
the look.
They're not going to do it.
I mean, see, that
We
would be
love
something
2D.
Yeah,
where,
we love
like,
2D. Yeah.
no, I would love
The
for them to do
hand-drawn
it.
2D stuff was amazing.
Yeah.
So cool. And then you did Ghostbusters, you did
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
Captain Planet,
Yeah,
yeah.
Back to the
New Kids
Future.
on the Block
The New Kids on the
series.
Block
I
New
did
Kids
a
on the
guest on
Block.
that. Those were all like little one shots.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, I was a series regular. I was Jules Brown in that, and that's actually a really fun show. And they included on the Blu-ray for when you get the trilogy Blu-ray,
yeah.
you also get the
Oh, cool.
the show.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it's a great show. Like I found it and I was like, oh, let's see if my kids will watch it. And I was watching it. I was like, you know what? This still holds up. This is
What was
still,
the plot? Like, what was the...
it was, I guess it would take place after 3. The kids are a little bit older.
Okay.
The train and the DeLorean are both still there.
Gotcha.
But it's just random stuff. But they also go to these historical times, and so there's an element of exploring historical events from this humorous point of view.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Super. And at the beginning and end, it was Dan Castellaneta that was actually stepping in to play Doc Brown. However, in the beginning and the end, it was bookended by a live action segment, which was actually Chris Lloyd. And along with Chris Lloyd was his mute lab assistant, who was a very young Bill Nye.
No way.
Yeah, Bill Nye was like the teller to his pen. And, like he never
great.
spoke, he just did the stuff.
So wait,
And
well, I'm confused. If he didn't speak and he was a voiceover in a cartoon.
no, this was in the live action.
Oh, the live
segment.
action.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah, it was a live action
I was,
Bill Nye.
I was like, wait, hold on.
yeah.
That sounds like the easiest job ever.
Right? Yeah, you go do a voiceover, you just sit there.
Beep, beep, beep.
Yep.
Nothing.
So yeah, there was that, and
All right,
then there
that
was
makes
Peter Pan and the Pirates, which I did with Jason Marsden.
Nice.
I'm sure you know.
We had Marsden on. We love Marsden.
Yeah, I love
the
Marsden.
best.
And
By the way, he was in Erie with me.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Peter Parker and the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, one of the greatest shows ever.
my favorite.
Really, your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite. For sure.
What about it made you your favorite?
I have been a Spider-Man fan since I was a little kid.
Uh-huh.
It was the first comic book I ever read. It's been the only one that I've semi-consistently read into adulthood. He's just my favorite character. I relate to him on so many levels. Like Spectacular Spider-Man was basically me just kind of reliving my geeky high schoolness. Just without the powers. But the thing is that I always felt like I kind of had a double life like Peter, because when I went to school, I like whatever you get pegged as a freshman, that's who you are for your entire high school career. There's very little you could do to change that. And I was short, I was not popular, I was awkward, I was not athletic, as a nerd. And that's who I was. And I got bullied relentlessly.
Yeah.
But outside of school, I hung out with you. I hung out with a whole different group of people who didn't think of me that way. I was like cool around all you guys.
Right.
And I felt confident. So I always felt like that was my Spider-Man time where like I could go and I could be confident, I could have a good time. But every single day I would still have to go back home and go to school and get shit on.
So you were acting and then you would go to school and you weren't considered like the cool kid from acting?
No, that doesn't help you out, man.
No,
Kids are
I mean,
ruthless.
like in Indiana,
Dude,
you would have been like
ruthless.
the coolest kids ever.
Dude, if anything, it makes you more of a target because it's
Really?
like, oh, you think you're better than us. You think
For
you're
sure.
so cool
Oh,
because
I
you
got
do all of
bullied
that
too.
stuff.
It's terrible.
It's awful.
That's insane.
It's
to me.
awful. They're always looking for a way to cut you down.
Yeah, kids are the meanest.
They really are.
They're
but
the
still,
worst.
Teenagers
like-
can be horrendous.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
Yeah.
See, I would never have thought that.
But I felt like Peter Parker.
That's a really
like that was
that's
like
a very cool story. Great
when
analogy.
when I was playing him, that was pretty much what I was doing. I was just like, okay, what did it feel like in high school? There we go. Let's do it.
And the show was, I mean, it's still a cult classic.
Yeah.
Amazing show. It was supposed to have a longer run. What
Yeah,
happened
it was
with
planned out for 5 seasons. Greg Weisman, who created Gargoyles and Young Justice, was our showrunner
Wow.
and creator. It was supposed to go on for 5 seasons. He basically had structured it so that each season was going to be a year from his high school career, and then the last season was going to culminate with him graduating. And we just had bad timing. We had bad luck. Like when it first came out, it was on Kids WB, and it was a ratings hit. Everybody loved the show. And then right around the time that we were kind of in post-production for our 2nd season, Disney bought Marvel. Now, this was a Sony show. It was produced by Sony because Sony before this had all the rights to Spider-Man. So Disney buys Marvel. Sony still wants to do live action movies because they had had such success with the Raimi trilogy and all of that. So they still wanted to keep it for live action. So they made a deal where they were going to surrender the TV rights to Spider-Man to Sony. They'll cede that to them. They keep the movie rights and they go on their way. So now Disney owns the movie rights. Sorry, Disney owns the TV rights.
Hold on, I'm confused already.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. So now Disney owns the TV rights to Spider-Man, the character. But the actual show, The Spectacular Spider-Man, that version, is still owned by Sony. So in order for Sony to continue, in order for Disney, see, this is where in order for Disney to keep making the show, they would have to license it from Sony and pay them a licensing fee to make it.
Yeah.
But why would they do that?
Yeah.
They own the character, the rights to the character, so
just
they're
make a
like,
new
we'll
one.
just make our own show
Yeah.
with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah.
They'll just
Yeah.
make their own show and not have to pay anybody anything.
That makes
So they basically never canceled us. They never picked us up. They just didn't say anything. And then
They
the
just,
next
like, never called.
Comic-Con,
They just ghosted you guys?
they just ghosted us. And then the next Comic-Con, then they announced Ultimate Spider-Man. So
man.
The politics behind the scenes.
yeah, it's such a bummer, man.
Well,
what
I was
happened?
such a big fan of Spider-Man, but I think I was more of a fan of like the villains in Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the villains. Did you have a favorite villain?
I mean, it's kind of cliche and it's not because they're all great. But I
Hold on,
really,
before you say your favorite villain,
Yeah.
we're gonna play a villain gauntlet.
Let's do a villain
Okay.
gauntlet.
Okay, let's do
That's
it.
a good
Let's do
idea.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So you know how we do a gauntlet. We're
I
gonna say
think I'm
two
about to
names.
find out. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
pick your favorite.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we move
Yeah,
on to the
yeah.
next.
All right,
Okay.
So
All right.
Sandman or Mysterio?
Oh, I'm saying which one's my favorite?
Which
Yes,
one's your favorite?
and we go to
Sandman.
the next one.
Sandman.
All right. Sandman or Hobgoblin?
Sandman.
Sandman or Electro?
Sandman.
Sandman or Craven?
Ooh. Still Sandman.
Okay. Sandman or the Kingpin?
No, I'm still gonna go with Sandman.
All right. Sandman or this one's a little personal or Rhino?
That one's tough. I might have to go with Rhino.
Rhino.
Oh, no.
Rhino. Yeah, I'll go with Rhino.
All right. Rhino or Carnage?
Rhino.
Rhino. All right. Rhino or Green Goblin?
Green Goblin. 100% Green Goblin.
Green Goblin or Doc Ock?
That's a good one. I'd still probably say Green Goblin, but
choice,
that's a hard one.
All right. Green Goblin or Venom?
Shit, no, I have to go with Green Goblin still.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Green
Goblin.
Goblin.
I
Goblin
almost
for the win.
got me with
Yeah.
Venom, but
From the man who voiced Green Goblin.
yeah,
right?
I voiced and I voiced Norman in the 2017 Spider-Man, which was freaking bizarre.
That's awesome, dude.
But the reason I love Green Goblin is it also has a lot to do with Norman.
Uh-huh.
Because as an actor,
yeah.
the more messed up the personal relationships are, the more interesting it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you got Norman, who is kind of like a mentor to Peter. He kind of just disregards his own son in favor of Peter.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, like, the Green Goblin hates Spider-Man. So it's like just this whole weird father dynamic with him, and then like just bad father with his own kid, but then he hates his alter ego, but doesn't know it's his alter ego. Like I love all of those connections. All of that kind of stuff just makes it so interesting to me.
So rich. I mean, that's where the characters come to life.
But Venom almost came through, because
Venom's
Venom. I mean,
cool.
they're
Yeah.
infected by the same symbiote.
Yeah.
And so just to see the duality of how it affects one and how it affects the other, and how one's able to shed it where the other one doesn't want to, and it's like, yeah, like that was a hard one for me to choose.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Venom, Venom was always like I like to draw because I'm like that's my thing is drawing. So
Yeah.
I would draw Venom like constantly. 'Cause
Yeah.
he was such a cool looking character with all black and yeah.
But I like Sandman too.
Sandman's
I love
cool.
Sandman,
Yeah,
and I love how
yeah.
Sandman can even be kind of like not shitty at times, and can have kind of a little bit of a redeeming arc.
Yeah.
Like I like, even in our show, we never really got a chance to do the Sandman redemption arc, but there's one episode that he was in where he actually did some pretty noble stuff. I forget exactly what the thing was, but I think he saved a kid or something, or changed something so that he wouldn't harm these people because his beef wasn't with them. I can't remember. I have to watch the show again.
Superhero kids are geeking out right now all over
I
the world.
and John DiMaggio was our Sandman
Brilliant.
in Spectacular. Clancy Brown was our Rhino.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, you know, I do Rhino.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah, so, you know,
That's right.
Clancy Brown, eat your heart out,
Yeah.
okay?
There you go. We'll have to have a Rhino versus Rhino.
It's
You
right.
guys can lock horns.
Oh man! Well, speaking of, you do a ton of video games.
Yes.
And I heard a little birdie whispered something about Spider-Man, spectacular Spider-Man. Somebody tried to bump you for the role.
For which one? Oh, no. This was the originals. This was before Spectacular Spider-Man.
Before.
I was originally hired to be Spider-Man in the 2002 movie tie-in game,
Oh wow!
and I recorded the whole game, recorded everything, and then they ended up getting Toby to do it.
Really?
Because I guess they weren't sure if they were going to be able to get him, so
Sure.
they had me in the chamber in case, but I didn't know that. But I mean, I'm not going to hate on Toby for it. That's his gig, you know.
sure.
Like,
And
he was,
yes,
and they
it's
paid
still-
you. You
yeah,
got,
and
you
I got
know.
paid
Yeah.
for it. Like I
Right.
did all that. Like I wasn't. It was a little disappointing because
I'll hate
you know.
on Toby for you. Though.
However, they kept me in the game. They just put in another mode of play where once you beat the game, you get to play through the game as Harry in the Green Goblin suit. But it was basically me as Spider-Man. They had me come in and do another session where they added a couple more lines so that they could be like, yes, these were Harry lines all the time. But it was still.
So they reused some of the lines. That
They
you did, or
reused
just-
all of the
Really?
lines. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They just added a couple more lines
That's
where
hilarious.
instead it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I
That's
don't know.
awesome.
It is
So you
I,
can play.
Harry
You can
Osborn.
play the
Yeah.
secret mode as Green Goblin, as you.
Right, but once you beat it.
Once
But
you
it
beat
was
it.
really just playing through the same
So
way.
you're like
It's
you're like a
different skin.
special boss then.
Yeah,
That's
it's like a
pretty
little
cool.
special
That's awesome.
special
Yeah.
playthrough.
Toby doesn't get to be.
No, he
do
didn't get
that.
to be Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, let's go.
Eat
back
your heart out, Toby.
back to Erie. Toby was on an episode of Erie, Indiana.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Everything comes back to Erie, Indiana.
Everything does.
Everything goes back to
Everything
Indiana.
does.
Yeah.
All right, another huge game, Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
Like your character is considered like the best character of all time.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have some solid Snake people coming for you to
That has nothing to do
to
with
choke
you,
you
of
out
course,
right
but
now.
Congrats,
But
man.
in terms
That's
of
amazing.
like villains and stuff, yeah, like Revolver Ocelot is really, really well loved. I'm constantly just shocked at how many people like still come up to my like a ton of people still. That's like next to Spider-Man, it's probably tied up there with Hercules.
Really?
With how many people come to my table for Revolver Ocelot.
God,
And it's kind of had this resurgence of popularity because they released a compilation of all the Metal Gear Solid games that you could get on the consoles and everything. And so a lot more people have seen it. And now they're going to re-release the game as Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is basically 3, but with a new coat of paint. Like they kept all the original voice performances.
That's cool.
but-
That's cool.
Yeah, but they refreshed the graphics, so the graphics are like current gen. They did some quality of life improvements on some of the play control, but otherwise, I don't think they're touching anything else, which I think is good because Metal Gear Solid fans are nothing if they are not completely loyal to the originality of it, and they don't want to see a lot of stuff changed.
Has it come out yet,
So-
or is it coming out?
No, it's coming out. I think later this year. I'm not sure.
Very cool.
PS5.
Yeah, it's
Like,
going to be.
I used to
next
play
gen.
Metal Gear
gonna be
like,
next
all
gen.
the time.
Yeah.
Because that was like one of the first games that had like the movies,
The cinematics, yeah.
cinematics in
Yeah.
it, and yeah, it was so cool.
Like
It's
the
just-
other ones, yeah, 1 and 2 did as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were revolutionary for
Yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
that they told such a big narrative.
exactly. It's like
Yeah.
it's like a movie and a video game. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And you did Arcane.
Yeah,
I mean,
Arcane.
one of massive League
Incredible
of Legends.
show.
Rabid
Incredible
fans.
show, yeah.
Amazing show.
And I got to play a bunch of cool characters in that. In the first season, I was this. And I played a lot of pieces of shit in that show. And the first
There's
season,
a recurring theme
There's
here,
a recurring
Josh.
theme here. But see, this was voiceover, so now
Yeah.
I'm not playing heroes.
That's
now
right.
I actually got to like stretch a little bit.
Nice.
So I got to play this guy named Deckard, who was like he was like the guy that bullied the kids in the first season. Not a good guy, and bad things happened to him. And I also played this really, really high on his own farts counselor named Salo.
Oh, nice.
Who also has bad things happen to him.
I think we see him.
Oh yeah, there's Salo. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Very
Yes,
nice.
Salo. And with him, he actually started out as just like a one line meme. Like there was one part where like everybody's supposed to be getting ready for the meeting, and he's trying to suck up to somebody. He's supposed to go up to the guy and try to like curry favor, and his one line was, "And I brought you ginkgo nuts," and that's all he says. And they laughed really hard in the booth because I did get to see a picture of him before I did it, and I was like, "Oh, he looks and it looks like he would wear a little Lord Fauntleroy thing," and I'm like, he just looks like he would scratch someone's eyes out to get where he wants to go.
Right.
It's a total social climber. And so I just gave him this lilt and this airy way of speaking, and they ended up liking him. And so they wrote a lot more in for him as a counselor. And then they really expanded his role in the second season where other things happened to him. And I don't want to give away too many spoilers for people who haven't seen it because he's got a cool thing. But yeah, he ends up, well, I mean, you know what, it's been out for a long time.
go for
He
it,
ends
go
up,
for it,
yeah, so there's like this big explosion and he ends up basically his legs are essentially shattered and he ends up in a wheelchair for the whole second season or pretty much till the end. And he becomes like kind of a junkie he owns like these massage parlor things, and the drug there is this stuff called shimmer, and they like paint it on you.
Okay.
And so he becomes like a total shimmer addict, and he's it's basically like Pilt over Fent, and he's like on this stuff all the time, and still trying to social climb, but now he's seeing everything from a different point of view because now he is disabled and. Yeah, he has an interesting story.
That's from one line.
From one line, they kept expanding on his character.
Congrats, man!
Thanks,
I've
man.
never heard of that. That's really
no,
amazing.
dude, that happens a lot. That happens more than you'd think. Where
Never
like
happened to me.
somebody does.
They take away lines.
You're out now. You're out. You're out, Justin.
Awesome.
That's like what happened with Steve Urkel.
Yeah,
He was
Walter.
supposed to be just that one episode.
That's
He was
right.
a co-star,
and
not
he
even a
just
guest star.
he stole the whole show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it
But
all
I mean,
became
I've
about
never
him.
heard about it like in voiceover. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, that happens quite a bit.
That's very cool.
And that's one of the things that I actually really miss about doing in-person sessions because we don't really do them too much anymore. Since COVID,
Yeah.
we're all in our own booths. And the thing is that like there's an energy that's there
For sure.
when all the cast is there and you're just kind of riffing off of each other. And it's more of a symbiotic relationship because the writers are there like watching all of this happen and so they might see something that you do that you're not even aware of and they're like, "Oh yeah, let's expand on that." And they'll throw that in an episode.
Yeah.
And it's I miss a lot of that.
I miss it too. That energy when you're with other actors and you've got the director and the producers back there and the writers. It's great when we're like in our little booth by ourselves.
Yeah.
It
I always
can be
like
difficult.
the little improv and stuff that happens too.
That's
It's
right.
Like,
Yeah.
you actually get to work with the actor, and it's like, oh, the lines morph into something way bigger.
Absolutely.
And we got our Voltron.
Voltron, yeah.
Huge.
I grew up watching that in the 80s.
That
the
was
original one.
massive.
Yeah. Yeah. I got to be the pilot of the Black Lion.
That's very cool.
Super cool.
That's awesome.
Very
Super
cool.
cool.
So, I mean, you've done them all. You've done all these superheroes and villains. When the fans come up to you, what is their favorite role that you've done?
I'd say it's still Spider-Man.
Still Spider-Man?
It's mostly Spider-Man. A lot of people will just come up and say, you were my childhood, and thank you so much for that. And that's always great.
That's
hear.
awesome.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Well, to play like a major superhero character.
Sure,
like Peter
sure.
Parker.
And to kind of be ingrained in that as like one of the people that's really
It's
kind
like
of
playing like
carried that
a
role.
Mickey
It's been
Mouse
great.
or one of those, like you're just in the lore
It's
of
incredible.
that character forever.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
And then Shiro from Voltron was actually a really kind of inspirational character because he went through so much trauma and he still was like the leader. And I've had people that have come up to me for Shiro saying that he was something that they were able to lean on when they were going through a really hard time or like it's
That's
all
really
that kind of
cool.
stuff is you kind of forget that the things that you do, they don't just live. It feels like it's in a vacuum, but it's not. Like we go in, we do our job, we act out our stuff, and then we leave. But from that point on, that character has a life of its own, and it's going to continue to go and touch people's lives and affect people in ways that you never even anticipated or intended. And it's wild, man.
That's pretty amazing.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing. And on that note, we're going to go straight to the 90s Gauntlet.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, 90s Gauntlet. We grew
All
up in the 90s. We all love the 90s. This show's all about the 90s. So, what was the game that you sunk hours into as a kid?
I would probably say either Super Mario Brothers, all three, the first three, or Dragon Warrior. Dragon Warrior was like my first role-playing game.
Okay.
Dragon.
Yeah,
I don't think I played Dragon
I
Warrior.
remember playing it a little bit.
What was it on Sega or Nintendo?
It was Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Or no, you know what? And then Echo the Dolphin.
Echo the Dolphin?
Echo the Dolphin on Genesis. Yeah.
You should watch
kidding.
one of our episodes.
Echo the Dolphin was one of my
I don't know
favorite
when it's
games.
aired.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
We trashed Echo the Dolphin.
Are you serious?
We
We're
spent
playing
a
the
good
same
15
game.
minutes.
Yeah.
We just,
Well, I
Okay,
will say
what is
it was
it?
not in. It wasn't intuitive in that like you could spend an hour and still not know what the hell you had to do.
'cause you're just a swimming dolphin.
You're just a swimming dolphin.
Yeah.
And it's a wild concept,
do
you
is
know,
hit
like
stuff with your
aliens are coming
nose.
down and you
Yeah.
have to use as a dolphin your sonic
Yeah.
powers to save the ocean from alien invasion.
I love it.
It's wild. It's
Yeah.
wild. It's so high concept.
See, if we'd had you on before
yeah.
we ranked it, it would have gone way
The
higher.
play control
Little
was
higher.
not really all that great at times. Like I said, you had no idea sometimes what you had to do. It was so easy to get turned around and get frustrated on like crashing into things.
See, I
and
feel
all
like
that.
he's justifying our grade now.
But I enjoyed it. I loved
Yeah.
the visuals. The visuals.
Look, we got
were-
it right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's Dragon Warrior.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Dragon Warrior.
That's
Okay.
Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
That what you thought that was Echo the Dolphin?
I did for
That's
a
why
little
you
bit.
gave it the bad grade. 'Cause
Yeah.
You were expecting dolphins, and you see like 8-bit graphics.
I love it.
Yeah, no, Dragon Warrior was fun. It's just a turn-based thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're walking around, and all of a sudden, slime approaches.
Yeah.
You know, and you could run away or hit it or cast magic or whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool. All
That's
right,
good.
favorite 90s snack.
Handy snacks.
Handy snacks.
And they've ruined
Oh,
them since.
Wait, now
yes.
describe Handy Snacks.
Handy snacks was like the little container that had like 4 crackers and some like cheese.
Oh, those are my
Product.
The
favorite.
cheese product.
And yeah, it wasn't really cheese.
Those were
I think.
so good.
And they would
little-
have like the little plastic,
Yep,
the little red
plastic
dipper?
thing.
the red plastic cheese spreader that you
Yeah.
would do
Yes.
that. Yeah. And they've ruined them because they don't come with that little thing anymore. They've changed them all to like sticks so that you can
See,
just dip
yeah.
the stick in there. And I'm like,
No, you gotta spread it.
no,
That's
I
what
liked
makes
having
it-
the cracker
It's
where
like
you
a
could just spread the cheese
charcuterie
on the
board
cracker.
with
Yeah.
Oh,
kids.
that was
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, right there.
That's
give me
my
give me
childhood.
those
I could
microplastics.
taste it like right now.
Yeah.
Give me
I
those
want some of those
microplastics.
microplastics.
Plastic cheese.
Oh, just yeah. I
Those
want it
were
all.
the
Yeah.
best.
Those are great. Yeah.
Every
I
lunch
love
I
those.
had them.
Yeah.
Same.
That was
Remember
amazing.
Lunchables?
Oh, Lunchables.
Lunchables.
5 days worth of sodium
all
in half
sodium,
a serving.
It's like the
Wild,
pizza
man.
one too. It's just like the cold pizza
Yeah.
sauce with the hard bread and
Yeah.
whatever that
We never
was.
had
Yeah.
like calorie counts on those things back in the day.
Right,
or
right.
Nutrition labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I really, I hated it when you started seeing it on things like Cheesecake Factory. I was
Oh,
like, just
gosh.
don't tell me this
Don't
shit.
tell- I
It's
don't
like
wanna know.
3,000
Yeah,
calories.
it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sit down and eat my chicken and biscuits and gravy. How am I
Yeah.
gonna enjoy this now that
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that this is 2 days worth of calories, and this is even before the freaking cheesecake, which is another
And
that's
before-
a week worth
yeah,
of calories
yeah.
in one meal. But I didn't want to
Insane.
know this.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it comes
Totally.
on your bill at the end. There's like, this is how many calories you ate. You're like, oh,
Favorite 90s movie.
It's probably a toss up between Jurassic Park and Titanic.
Oh, two
Yeah.
greats.
Yeah,
Two
Yeah.
greats.
yeah.
In my, I was telling Tom, in high school when Titanic came out, a friend of mine, she saw it 13 times in the movie.
I think I saw it
the
like
theater.
4 or 5 times. Yeah,
It was amazing.
not 13. But
Did you
4 or
audition
5
for it?
times. No, I never auditioned for it. No, I wasn't beating out Leo.
Yeah, right.
No way. No way in a million years.
So good.
Yeah,
and Jurassic
so
Park,
good.
amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Such a good movie.
incredible movie and revolutionary for all the computer animation and stuff.
I
Yeah.
still every now and then I have a nightmare from Jurassic Park.
Do you
It's
really?
from
The dinosaurs are
the
coming to get you?
raptor scene where
Yes.
they're running through the field and
Oh
the
yeah,
tails are
and
sticking
then
out?
Wayne Knight. Can't forget Wayne
Oh,
Knight.
Wayne Knight.
I got to work with Wayne
You
on,
did?
on Back to the not on Back to the Future on Green Lantern the animated series.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was so funny. Love
he's
Wayne
so
Knight.
funny. I love Wayne.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, what's the 90s franchise that you never want them to touch? Or it could be 80s or 90s.
Oh, if it's 80s?
Yeah.
They better not remake Back to the Future.
Seriously.
They better not remake Back to the Future. I will be so pressed, dude. I'll be
feel
so
like-
mad. I'll be so mad if they
By
remake
just
Back to the
putting it
Future.
out there, I feel like
Yeah,
we're gonna get like an announcement in the next week.
Oh,
no.
God, I would be so mad.
It would be awful.
I'd be so
awful.
mad.
Yeah.
Like, who would they? No, I don't even. Want to
No,
give
don't
ideas.
even
I
go
don't
into
even
it.
want to
Don't
give
go
them
into
Don't
ideas.
put it out there.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Guaranteed,
Yeah.
it's been discussed
Those
in
are
studios.
perfect movies.
So
They
amazing.
shouldn't touch them.
'Cause I was like, what haven't they remade yet? feel
I
like
know
everything's
everything,
been-
right?
Well, when did Lord of the Rings come out?
Oh,
Was
good.
that in
Hold
the
on.
90s?
Internet is telling us. Thank you, producer Dylan. There's no credible announcement or confirmation about a
Good.
Back to the Future reboot.
Good.
Good. Excellent. Although I did
Yeah.
see the Broadway version.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal.
Okay.
I
Because
mean,
you can
which
put
was just.
music to
But that's
anything,
its own
it's good.
thing.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's its
I'm
own
all-
thing.
I'm game for
I'm just
it.
talking
Yeah.
about like those movies. Leave them alone.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
man, we've gone through the 90s.
Hell yeah,
We've
man.
talked about the good
the
times.
best era.
Hell yeah.
The best times.
It was
the
great
best era.
times. It was
Very
great times.
good.
And it's funny because, like, as everybody gets older, they're like, oh, back in my day. And, like,
Yeah.
everybody thinks that theirs is the best. But I really feel like the 90s was, like, a really good
Yeah.
cultural
It was the last age where
time.
we had like tangible stuff.
Yeah.
it was, CDs and DVDs and
Yeah, then
VHS
social media
tapes
came
and all that.
along.
Yeah.
Social media ruined
me-
everything.
digital
ruined
era
everything,
where
you know?
nothing's
No
real anymore.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
No.
about fashion? Were you into 90s fashion at all? What was your
Seems
vibe?
like
oh,
a
dude,
Jinko jeans.
everything was
You
super
got
baggy
super
and all
baggy,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you have
coming back.
Did you have
Yeah.
silver tab jeans? Do you remember those?
I remember Levi's Silver Tab.
Yep.
They used to have the
I
shorts
had-
that were like all the way down.
Yeah, the long
Totally.
shorts. Oh man, but I mean, I was in a boy band. I had all kinds
Yeah,
of crazy
that's
clothes.
right,
I had
that's
like
right.
these bright yellow shiny pants
Nice.
with a matching jacket. And oh man, what else did I have? I had so much.
Did you ever
weird
like
shit.
hang with Backstreet Boys or NSYNC or 98 Degrees?
Yeah, I mean, because we were definitely around each other a lot. We would see each, and then after that group, I was for a while I wanted nothing to do with the music industry. Like when I quit, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then like a few years later, somebody approached me about doing some other stuff, like solo stuff. So for a while, I had a solo deal. And that's when I was managed by Johnny Wright, who managed NSYNC at the time. And
Wow.
then before that, he had managed the Backstreet Boys. And so I would kind of like, I'd go on a lot of these tours and events. And yeah, so I would see the 98 Degrees guys. I would see the Backstreet Boys. I would see all the NSYNC guys. And
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a
they
good
were-
crew, good
Yeah,
guys.
Good people. Good
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I look like a baby.
got
That's
all-
My bleached hair.
Look at you, man.
Yeah, my
so
bleach.
young.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
well, what do you
good.
got coming out that we all got to see you in, and where can we find you?
Well, I play another little a-hole on this show called Hot Wheels. It's Hot Wheels Let's Race. And
Nice.
It's actually a great little show.
But where is it?
It's
what
on
network?
Netflix.
Nice.
We
Awesome.
beat Pokemon.
Wow.
That's
Like
huge.
that show is doing really, really well. It was a number
Congrats.
one show on Netflix on
awesome.
kids for a while. Pokemon came out the second week we were out and kind of pushed us out of our number one spot. And then the week after that, we pushed them back out and got it back.
Heck yes,
there you
let's
go.
go.
Yeah, so we
That's how
did
you
it.
do it.
We did it, man.
Love Hot Wheels.
It's the theme song is actually a Fallout Boy song.
nice.
Fallout
okay.
Boy did
Very
the theme
cool.
song.
Does Fall Out Boy do Spidey?
Yeah, they do.
They're
Yeah,
doing everything.
Yeah, they're big for kids'
oh, dude,
cartoons.
they're crushing it. They're
Yeah.
crushing it. Great stuff. My dad is Danny Trejo.
No way.
And I actually saw him at a
That's
con.
rad.
I saw him at a con because I'd never met him before.
Sure.
And so I wanted to go up and introduce myself. And so I went up and I was like, "Hey, Danny, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Josh Keaton, and I play your son on the Hot Wheels show." And he just like, he had a smile on his face, but he kind of looks at me. He's like, "I'm in a Hot Wheels show." And I was like, "It's nice to meet you, Danny."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, yeah.
And the reason for anybody watching this he wouldn't know who you were and you wouldn't know him is because we all work isolated in our booths.
Yes,
So you're not working
exactly.
together
You're not working
in a
together.
session.
Right.
But that is hilarious.
That's-
He's doing a million
that's a great
things.
A million
story,
things. So
yeah.
I did that. That's out right now. I'm in a show called Pokemon Concierge, which is like the stop motion animated Pokemon show.
Ooh.
Tom
And I
did
I love stop
Pinocchio.
motion.
It,
Yeah.
it looks
Yeah.
great. It
Yeah.
looks like you can like reach out and touch these
That's
things.
amazing.
It's amazing.
I gotta check that out.
and
What,
I play
where
this,
is that? What is it on?
That one is also on Netflix. I play like this himbo named Tyler. He is like the surf instructor slash
that's cool.
just
That
everyman
looks amazing.
at the resort. I'm that guy in the yellow shirt with the shorts.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
Standing tall,
Yeah, so
standing
looks
tall,
kinda
standing
like a
proud.
jerk.
Yeah. I'm Iron Man in Marvel Rivals, which is out right
Wow,
now.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's blowing up all over the place.
Yes.
Is that
That's
for
awesome.
little ones?
No, it's a video game.
Oh, video
it's
game,
Like, It's
okay.
like a fighting game.
Okay.
Like a squad based fighting game. There's another game that's out right now. It's a VR Batman game called Arkham Shadow, and Batman is played by the incredible Roger Craig Smith.
Nice.
And I play Dick Grayson
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so I'm
you're not busy at all.
Yeah.
Not busy at all. Not busy at all. There's one other thing that I was gonna say, and I can't. The new Spider-Man show that's out right now. I'm not Spider-Man. Sorry, but I think enough time's passed. I could probably say who I am. It's like a big reveal at the end of the show. It's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But I play Spider-Man's dad. I play Richard Parker, who
Wow.
in this continuity is alive and in prison for some reason. Disney Plus.
Disney
It's on
Plus.
Very cool.
Phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've played Spider-Man, you've played, Green Goblin. What's it like? And just for folks out there, it's like you've played Spider-Man, you're amazing at playing Spider-Man. Why do they cast somebody else to play Spider-Man in a different version?
I mean, everybody's got a different creative team.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, like, I get some of the auditions,
Right.
and sometimes people just hear it a different way and want to go in a different direction. So
But-
I don't know if there's some kind of mandate that comes out from on high that's like you cannot cast Josh Keaton as Spider-Man. he is shunt. He is persona
Take
non
that
grata
away.
as Spider-Man.
Take
He
that
can
away.
be any other
Yeah.
man, but not Spider.
Yeah, we'll just do the Frodo thing and we'll record you doing all the Spider-Man stuff, jumping
you go.
around.
There it
You know
is.
what's funny is that now I've been hired to play like the bootleg Spider-Mans. Like I played Black Spider in Young Justice, who is basically just like DC's version of Spider-Man, and not so much. I mean, he's different. He's definitely not a good dude. He's a villain. But in Young Justice, since it was the same showrunner as Spectacular Spider-Man, he absolutely made it a dig and a nod
Nice.
and wanted me to play it the same way. But then I also got to be in Invincible as a character named Agent Spider.
Wow.
Who basically, in the comics, they do a crossover. They actually have a real Spider-Man, Spider-Man Avengers Invincible crossover. And they obviously couldn't do that in Invincible for the show. So they had me come in and just be a Spider-Man-like character, like a legally not Spider-Man, Timu Spider-Man.
The team is Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
But
The unlicensed version.
That's very cool.
So
Well,
that's how I'm like kind of sneaking my way back in.
Nice.
love it. Well, we can see you everywhere in all these great shows.
Yes.
And social media.
Social media, I'm either Josh Keaton or Space Padre. So I'm Space Padre on Twitch and Instagram, and then I am Josh Keaton on Twitter, Blue Sky. I think it's YouTube. You just go to joshkeaton.com. I have a link tree, and I have links to all of my
Phenomenal. And how
all of
come
my
Space
socials.
Padre? I like the name. It's
Space
great.
Padre, because both in Green Lantern, the animated series, and Voltron, I kind of was nicknamed Space Dad.
Okay.
So in Voltron, because he's kind of like, obviously it's in space, and he's kind of like the oldest one of the team, and he's kind of like, he watches over everybody, takes care of everybody, so they kind of like, he's the Space Dad. And then before that, in Green Lantern, the animated series, our AI for the ship basically is sentient, but she creates like a body for herself and is now anthropomorphic. And there was this other person that we take in named Razor, who is like a Red Lantern, who sworn enemy of the Green Lanterns. He ends up having this huge redemption arc. He kind of falls in love with Aya. I don't want to see any of that happening, so I'm like watching them like they're my kid, like she's my kid. And so that was like where I first got the Space Dad nickname, but it was really solidified with Voltron.
Very cool.
And when I tried to get Space Dad on Instagram, it was taken. So I was like, oh well. I was like Space Papa, but then it's like that's like Space Potato, which actually kind of would have been fun.
Space Potato.
Space
would be awesome.
Potato. But I was like, Padre.
Yeah.
I'll do Space Padre.
That's great.
I love it.
I would
love
like
it.
a,
There we go.
a Space Padre shirt. I think that's an awesome
That'd be
brand.
fun.
Yeah.
Josh Keaton, you are a real life superhero.
Hey, thank you so much, man.
Welcome to Established in the 90s, buddy. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. This was awesome.
This was
This
rad.
was awesome.
Appreciate it.
All this stuff brought me back.
Let's go.